Unfortunately, it's my childhood horror stories, the things that I had to overcome and the things that I experienced. And I wrote it in such a way as you see me as a child. The book is written from me as a 3-year-old girl to a 19-year-old girl. That's when it ended. Well, it kind of goes in stages. The first draft is emotional, and it's horrible. It's just thoughts on a page, and it makes no sense to anyone but you. My second draft took me probably around 6 months, and you kind of start making sense of it, and likewise you kind of start dealing with everything that you've written down at that point from like a therapeutic standpoint. And then your final draft, you're really perfecting it and finalizing everything, and you just kind of accept it at that point. And so it's a process, and people ask me all the time, like, how long did it take you? Well, the first draft took me a week, but that week was spanned over a year. I could work on it for 12 hours one day, and then I wouldn't touch it for 3 months. And so it was very unforced, very cathartic. I had always had the idea of writing a book, and not necessarily to publish, but just for my own kind of recollection, and maybe for my kids and grandkids one day. But I was attending Amarillo College, and I was a speaker for the honors program. And when I was at Amarillo College, I kind of started verbalizing a little bit of my past. And one day I was speaking at this conference, and there were some boys up in the front row and making jokes, and one of them at the end said, well, it's easy to say for a little rich white girl. And so I said, come here, and I ended up talking with this young man, and I said, I really think you should apply to the honors program. Well, the next semester, he was sitting next to me in an honors class. And at the end of the year, at our banquet, he came up to me and he was like, Christine, you really changed my life. That day, I was getting ready to accept a job as a drug dealer. And after you talked to me and told me what had happened to you, I changed my mind, and I came to college. And he was like, you're my hero. And of course I was very emotional, but that was the day my story became a book. I knew that I wanted to get it published, because as hard as it was for me to write, and as difficult it is to sometimes talk about these things, if I can help one person, if I can make one kid reconsider their path they're on, or let one adult know that they weren't alone in suffering through horrible things, then it's all worth it. So.